What's going on? Just have another bullshit live stream just to
What's up?
kill
What's
time.
up? Yeah,
Just to
what's
kill
up?
time. Just to kill some StreamYard time. Just chilling with JJ. JJ, who was nice enough to come through. Good looking, JJ.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Uh, I'm doing.
That
I'm.
bad? Oh, come on, bro. I'm gonna try and keep you laughing most of the time, man. Come on, let's see if I
I
can.
try. I try to laugh. I
Let me
try to
see if
laugh.
I can. Let my high ass see if I can accomplish that.
You already did by you saying my high ass.
Hold on, let me show. Let me show you something that Ramlin Canuck sent me, dude. You are going to love this shit. It's funny as hell when he sent this to me. I was like, yeah, buddy. Hold on. On Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, I just saw the link from Slash. Oh, you're putting out the link. You're streaming this
Wait, which one? What are you talking about?
Thursday night
Thursday
with
night?
with Krish.
The Legion thing, right?
Yeah. Are you streaming it?
No, he is.
Okay. All right. On Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, I just saw the link from Slasher. Okay, I thought he sent it to you, but I don't know. I
He
don't
did.
know.
He did send it to me. I have no idea how to even find that show.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell why he worded it that way, but okay, it sounds like
Maybe
a
it was.
live.
Maybe he was high. I don't know.
All right, bro. You ready for this? You ready? You ready to get a giggle? Hang on. Where's it at? Where's it at? This one. There you go. Take a look at that.
I don't even think I'd be that. I think I'd be cigarette ashes.
Nah, but that he was talking about that as me. I smoke so much weed, man. When they cremate me, I'm gonna turn into weed. Everybody gonna be getting high off my shit.
Uh, let's not think about you being burnt up into fucking
Well, nah, come
weed
on.
grounds.
Nah,
I don't
nah,
want to
nah.
think about that.
Nah, I had a disgusting. You know, once I actually stopped and thought about it one day. Back when I was younger, now a disgusting idea for after I died because I'm going to be cremated. I'm like, man, I want somebody to take some of my ashes and roll me up in a big ass joint and everybody smoke it. That way, a little bit of me can be in everybody.
Uh,
What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy?
oh, Chris,
Yeah, he's in the chat.
how you
Good,
doing,
great to
man?
see you, man. Hey, man, if you feel like joining in, he put the link out on Twitter.
And Moira's there too. No one's coming through. It's just gonna be me and you here. So ain't no one coming through.
Uh, Moira, I've seen it once. I don't remember it though too well, but I think I've seen it once.
How high? Yeah, I
Yeah,
see it.
that'd be a great watch party movie if we could find it.
If we could get everyone able to watch it. Oh, here
Yeah,
comes Chris. Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Chris is here. What's good, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing,
What's
man?
up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, yeah, just chilling out. Saw the link and I thought, hey, just jump in and say hello, see what's
Hey,
happening.
hello there.
Yeah, this is the killing time stream because I have a
Killing
bunch of
time stream.
hours. I have a bunch of hours left to kill on Streamyards
And
Use up
Moira,
your hours.
before I get more tomorrow. So
Yeah, use up all that credit. It's like when you get say like you 100 gigs internet credit every month, and then just at the turnover when it's going to switch over to the next month, you want to use every single last little gig you can.
yeah.
Every meg needs to be used.
Well, especially since I'm bored as fucking hell and I can't sleep. Um,
and Moira, I know you've been on Jesse's most of the evening, and but you know, even you, come on up, say hey if you feel like
nah,
it.
she ain't. She ain't.
I know you don't feel well. Though. I'm just saying if you feel like it. But on your comment. Moira. Uh, I've always wanted to get my hands on this Jamaican shit called Blackway. All right, and how it's grown is the soil is basically the generation before that. You know, mulched up uh, old plants, and they use that
Cool.
as mulch for that. And I'm gonna tell you what, each generation after that, it's gonna mess you up even more and more after that. And I'm talking about this is already some strong shit. I'm talking about stuff that if you look at it, you're high.
That sounds like some really good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some peyote
Oh,
type
right.
shit.
Yeah,
Some
man.
peyote type shit.
Yeah, man. It's like old plants. They
It
ground it.
sounds like
They ground it to mulch, and they use it to grow the next
What's
year.
up, Brad? Sorry.
hey,
Yeah. What's
Brad.
up, Brad? Yeah.
That sounds like your Guatemalan insane asylum weed.
Oh, dude. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. I'm talking about seriously. All I gotta do is walk by and just take a sniff, and I'm like, oh, someone pick me up, please. Contact high. No, that's a contact grounding. It's like, wow. Okay. It's
Contact KO.
yeah, man. It's boom. Hey, another motherfucker out. But yeah. Speaking of which, I need to take a hit,
You
dude. I am fucking fried, yo. Because when I packed
know
my
what?
bowl,
You
I
know
found a
what?
bag with some weed in it. Kind of
JJ,
find out there was some
I'm a,
roaches in it. I threw the bowl.
I'm gonna join you in that because I have one ball hit left, and
Oh,
I'm gonna join.
you got some green, bro? Light it up, bro. Just do it sparingly. Just sparingly.
I don't have any green myself, but I do have a drop to drink.
What you got
That's
going on
about it.
over there?
I got a bit of moonshine that I made myself.
Ooh.
Um,
Nice.
the, I find myself a nice sort of fruity red wine, and I buy it by the box. So you get like the 4 liter box, and that goes straight into my 4 liter still. Um, I'm not sure gallons to liters translation, but like a bucket, like a bucket's worth. And you distill that and get about 600 mils of absolute rocket fuel. And then I get myself some toasted apple and cherry and maple. If we woods like that, toast them up and soak it in the alcohol in the sorry, soak the wood in the alcohol for maybe month, 2 months. You don't need much more than that, and it's smooth. You filter out all the little bits of wood. And it's just so smooth.
That sounds like way too much work just to get drunk.
It becomes like a hobby and like a thing you do. I mean, you can do the whole fermentation as well, where you can experiment with different things. Like at the moment, I've got an experiment going with a kilo of white sugar, half a kilo of brown sugar, and a few scoops of Ovaltine. Do you guys get Ovaltine in America?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we
So add
have.
a few spoons of Ovaltine, and you throw the yeast in as well, and you got that fermenting away. And the yeast uses like all the minerals and stuff like that in the Ovaltine as like
Okay.
extra
Okay.
fuel.
Okay. It's kind of like using wheat, but you're using Ovaltine.
Sorry, like using wheat, yeah, sort of like
Yeah.
using wheat, but using Ovaltine, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you make up like a almost like a Ovaltine beer, and then you can distill that off, and it will essentially be an Ovaltine rum.
Stony, hello.
Oh, an Ovaltine rum. I would love to try that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
got to
much of a
be.
shine person, but I'll try the rum.
I hate
Yeah.
rum. Oh, I hate rum. God, I hate that shit.
It's a good rum. If you get like a really nice brown Jamaican rum, that's not you don't want it spiced because the spiciness is just naturally there in the rum. So you want like a nice Jamaican rum. But if you go for something like your cheap Bundaberg, then it's going to be that's like you terps in a bottle. It's just no good.
Stony One Kenobi, what's up, man?
Hey, Stony.
What's the worst thing you've ever done to get fucked up?
Me personally,
Anyone here?
personally,
Worst,
um,
worst thing you've ever done to get fucked up.
well, this is where I learned that where the mistake comes in. I went out drinking with some friends one night. We were just sitting there at the bar, drinking some beers, having a good old time, listening to music. This woman walks up. She goes, "Hey, y'all guys want to go smoke a joint?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, great," because I smoked and drank. We went out back, smoked a joint, and I come back in. After that, the next thing I remember is waking up at home
Oh,
the next day, and I was out with my sister because we were running buddies, and I asked her. I said, "How'd I get home?" She goes, "Man, we had to carry you home because you were out."
Hmm.
So if I drink an assload of alcohol, beer, mixed drinks, whatever, and decide I'm gonna go smoke a joint, that's a
You're
bad idea.
yeah.
That's out.
You're done.
That's not.
Dunsky.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's night Jonesy. It's I'm out, gone. See ya.
Cool.
12 hours later, I'll wake up. Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, they can do it. I mean, I've had some incidents where, like, uh, things have gotten a little wild, a little bit out of control. And then I've had times like, yeah, the worst thing that I've taken to get, like, I at one stage I had a like back in the days when the internet was just bulletin board services, and you could download like your text files and stuff.
Right.
One of the ones I downloaded was a list of different things that could get you high that were basically legal stuff you could get from around the house. Um,
Oh wow.
and and there's things like
Yeah, that's not good.
there's things like that in a banana. There's like you take off that layer of
The
white pulp that's
peel,
on the
the
top,
peel.
and then there's another there's like a layer in between the peel and the white pulp on the outside. And if you get that layer off and smoke that, it's supposed to be able to get you high.
I've heard that
The
thing about the peel. Yes, I've heard
the
that.
there's the those brown peel that goes around a raw peanut, like that skin.
Uh huh.
Apparently, you can smoke that and get high. I'm not
Jesus.
saying that anyone should do any of this. Then there was like you're trying nutmeg, and so I tried a bunch
Oh
of that
wait a
sort of
minute.
stuff.
Now here in the states, whole nutmeg is
Yeah.
considered a narcotic. A narcotic.
Okay. Because I got like a whole powdered nutmeg.
No,
Like,
not powdered. The whole. I'm talking the whole nutmeg, not the powder. Not after Uh,
does it
uh,
make much difference?
I don't believe it does, but the classification is uh,
Okay.
is narcotic, but it's also a spice.
Either way, when you're smoking household spices, you know you're at rock bottom.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
more of like not rock bottom as much as it is like you're young and you want to like experiment with different things and you want to try different things and you're like, oh, so this is like maybe I'll come across something that nobody knew about that's incredibly good that's going to be like the next big thing. But then like yeah, you realize very quickly that most of this stuff is made up to get people to do stupid shit.
I mean, I had my idiot friends like when we were like rookies smoking weed. These idiots rolled up oregano joints. Me being an idiot too, I was like, "Yeah, let me." That's when I take a hit of that shit. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
But then
now,
on the other side of the coin, with those herbs, I ended up coming full circle by eventually essentially running a company that like it was somebody else's company, but I was basically like they put me in charge and said do something with it. But they were selling like legal highs and all those things that you could like buy legally that could get you high. They were selling, and I started working there and running that place. And you got to know about things that you can take that will have some sort of an effect and how it will work.
But
So
like, what was the
like
type of shit?
like like if like I suggest this is something I only suggested to people who were in a relationship and were both members of both parties of the relationship were there. I'd say that you get a plant called a Damiana, and you get the plant you want to get that plant. There's Damiana, there's mugwort, and then there's a another one called horny goatweed. You basically get all of these and you boil it up, and like really boil the fuck out of it. You know, like you just keep adding in the stuff and keep boiling the crap out of it until like you've got this really thick elixir from it, and then you mix that in with maybe some wine or some shine or um, some sort of alcoholic beverage. And when you want to have a wild night with your partner, pour yourself a shot of that and have some fun.
Was it like an aphrodisiac?
It's like a combination of aphrodisiacs and Viagra, and they
Really?
work for both men and women.
Send me that recipe.
This stuff is wild. You can go
I'm
right off
asking. I'm asking for a friend. Yeah.
asking for a
No,
friend. Yeah,
I ain't.
yeah.
No, fuck a friend. I'm asking for myself. Send that shit.
Yeah, I remember I made up a bunch of this stuff more from the perspective of I don't like telling people recipes for things and saying it will do something unless I've tried it on myself first.
No, 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 no. I'm just saying, fuck. Anything will
So,
help.
but so I made up a bunch of this stuff and yeah, tried on myself. I'm like, wow, this really works, and I've got a little bottle of it left because after you've sort of it works, unless you got someone there to use it with, it can be a little bit frustrating. So I just put the bottle in the way in the fridge and wait for the next time. And then I'm telling somebody about it, and they're not believing me. And I said, "Okay, here, take this bottle, and like go off with your girlfriend next time and have some fun." And the next time he comes back to me, he goes, "Oh yeah, he works at a like a market stall, and he just basically handed it out to the ladies that work in the market stall, thinking that yeah, it won't have any real effect. That it's just like it's a bit of alcohol. That'll be about the best from it." And at one point, like, these are all ladies that are in their like um, sort of late 40s and 50s, and they're up on the in the food hall, up on the tables, dancing and having an absolute wild night. He sort of comes back and goes, "Whoa, this stuff is dangerous, dude."
I don't care, man. I just want to see if the shit works.
Yeah, I could give you a recipe for that stuff. I mean, like, I don't know if going into detail of exact amounts and how to prepare it on air is really the best thing to do.
No, no,
But
no, no. I didn't mean like that. I said send me that recipe, man.
yeah, yeah, I'll definitely
Yeah,
send you a
Chris.
recipe.
Chris, make instructional YouTube videos on how to make this.
Yeah, man.
I
Because
was actually
You
thinking of one stage of
get on that right now.
I was thinking of doing a bunch of stuff like that, but like the amount of trouble you can get into, particularly with telling people to take certain things to
well,
do so.
listen, I'm gonna be. I'm being honest here. It doesn't matter how fried I am. Um, I'm gonna tell you what. From anybody that cares to know or can believe, I'm single and have been for a couple of years. Okay, and one of the main reasons why is because, well, JJ don't function that way no more. The disability is starting to take its hold, and I want to see if there's something there is that can combat that. If this stuff works in the slightest, dude, thank you. You know, um,
Oh, what
I've
was
Okay,
this?
no,
What
trust
was,
me. I've tried pills, and other things,
yeah,
and nothing works. So if this shit works, thank you.
yeah, man. I'll give you a little recipe to put together, and actually, maybe that was the wrong way of wrong phrasing there. I'll give you.
what about the 40-year-old women
I'm
dancing on
going
the
to give you
bar?
a. I'm going to give you a great big fat throbbing recipe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that
Well,
doesn't sound
well,
worse.
that's wrong. That's funny as shit, but that's wrong.
Yeah, that's my sense of humor. It's like it gets me into trouble.
Well, that's okay because um, a lot of times when I start to say something and my brain literally, I smoke weed. You guys know that. Uh,
No,
and my brain just stops.
you don't
After
smoke
a couple
weed.
of seconds, I'll be like, "Well, my brain just give me a big old steaming hot bowl of nope."
Yeah, brain fart.
Oh
JJ,
no,
you don't smoke
Yeah.
weed, JJ.
no, no, fuck that, never, no, don't touch the stuff.
So what? Hang on a second. What's weed?
Weed, dude. Marijuana.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The
it's weed.
devil's the
That shit.
devil's it's the devil's lettuce.
The
Nah, dude.
devil's lettuce.
Go out into the yard, you hand pick yourself, grind it up, smoke that shit up. Oh yeah, it's great. Weeds.
Another thing you're supposed to be able to smoke, if you get a certain type of lettuce that you dig it up and you pull up the root, and you chop away the rest and you get the root, and you sort of score the root and get like there'll be like a white sap that comes out of the root, and then you can dry that out and smoke it.
All right, you sound like a mad scientist now.
Oh yeah, like I got like crazy shit like that. That's why, like when I was up in the mountain, I wasn't in mountains. I was in Goa in India, and I had a like some guys who were into smuggling. Were talking about. They basically got me, unfortunately, back at their place, and they were trying to get me to become a drug mule. And I'm sitting there telling them, like, no, you guys have got this the wrong way around. I'm not the drug mule. I'm the cook. You want
So
me
it's
to be your
trying to
cook,
get you to
not your
be
mule. And
trying to
they didn't
get you to be a
understand.
drug, like
Sorry.
trying to get you to be a drug mule.
Yeah. I was told that it's part of the sort of culture in India that you get to know people and they'll take you to meet the family, and it's considered to be like an honored thing that they met you somewhere and they want you to meet their family. So you go back and they'll arrange for a time where you can meet the family. You meet their family, they'll give you like lunch or something like that, and it'll be this big deal. Um, There's a wild lettuce. Quite right, Kitty. Beware of the wild lettuce. But so I meet these guys. They take me back to their place to meet their family, saying that their father runs these raves, and that if the family knows me, then I can get into the raves for free. And then I get there, and it's like a house with this big wall around it, like dog going psycho in the front yard, and like one housekeeper who doesn't sort of make eye contact, and the brother explains that they have a business, and in this business is import and export. And the problem with their having their business is the government is taxing them a lot. And if a Indian person was to leave the country with gold and jewels, they'd have to pay tax on all the gold and jewels they're carrying. But if a Westerner does it, then there's no taxes. So what they'll do is they'll give me this little package about the size of a sausage roll, and it'll all be sealed up. And that I will take that out of the country to a neighboring country, and I'll give that to somebody, and then I'll come back, and they will give me 24,000 American dollars. However, I will have to give them any ID that I've got, and that they will then replace it with special ID and tickets to fly out.
Okay, now at the end of all of this, were they just saying, "Let's trick the white boy"?
Um, they were pretty much at the
Let's
point
get
where they
let's get let's get the white boy to do our bidding because ha ha, he's white here in India.
I have. It is a common thing in Goa for these sorts of things to happen, where you'll be caught up in some sort of illegal drug trade type thing. Um, and they were basically at the point where they were saying like, "You need to give us your ID, and we won't let you leave until we have got your passport and your any other ID you've got." And then you wait here. We will go and get you the things, and then here's the package is here for you to carry out of the country. We're ready to go.
It seems like you were being really, really, really set up for a setup.
But I basically was sitting there chatting to them and just kept talking to them, and started talking to them about the like guru and stuff that I was staying there with. Um, and by the time I got to the end of telling them all about that, they were actually sort of bowing before me and touching my feet and calling me guru.
Oh, okay, so they were worshiping you at the end of the drug deal. Okay.
Yeah. But there was one point when I realized what they were talking about doing, and I'm like, "Oh, you want me to be your drug smuggler? Do you realize that of all the people in India at the moment, all the Westerners walking around, of all the people you've picked up to be a drug smuggler, you picked up the one person who could probably make most of the things that you want to do it. Not necessarily because I have the skills or have like a trade that I've done before. It's that um, through learning about the plants and the herbs and stuff like that, I then extended that knowledge on to the chemistry of how to do these other things as well. So I have all this knowledge of how to do it, and you're sitting here telling me like, yeah, that you want me to take the packages out of the country. No, 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 no. That's not how this works. Um, but then, like, there was also walking. Like, what would commonly happen is you, like, the guys in the bar would say, make friends with you. You go for a walk, like, they're walking past your hotel on the way to the hotel where they work at, and they say, hey, do you want to walk up with me? You go in and you get free drinks and free food and all that sort of stuff, so it's a good deal for you. But usually what will happen is the Westerner who's going along with them will turn to them and say, hey, do you know where I can get these different drugs from? Can you get me hash? Can you get me some ecstasy? Can you get me some speed? And then usually most of the bar staff can get all this stuff and get it for them, or at least connect them with people who can. Um, and as I'm walking up the street with these guys, I'm going, "Oh, you see that plant on the road there? If you take, it's got these like the fruit things that are hanging off that have got like all these curly little spikes hanging off it. If you take one of those and boil it up and drink the juice, you'll trip like you won't believe." And say, "Oh, that plant over there. If you pull that up and you chew on that, it'll be like a stimulant. You'll be like, you better work all day nonstop." And they're looking at me going, like, "This is a little bit weird." But usually, this guy is telling us the stuff that's growing around us that we didn't know about.
So you became the drug god.
Not exactly, but um, it was. Yeah, I think it worked in my
You were the
favor.
shaman. You
The
became the
the
shaman.
natural drug guy.
The naturopath.
Yeah, he's like a shaman.
Like, there was this plant that I had grown because I was growing it more out of like a botanical interest. It's just that the seeds from it, they're these like they look like little tiny little hazelnuts, but they're covered in fur. And you can scrape the fur off them and like the outside layer off, and you take like the pith underneath. And I know a guy who he got 5 of those little piths and he put them in his mouth and he sucked on them, and he, like, it was like a LSD trip, except at one point, uh, basically he was like teleported to hell and was being like ripped apart and tortured and all that sort of stuff.
I've been teleported to hell once.
Like dropping acid and then like, oh, I'm now in like the 7th level of hell, surrounded by demons, and they're cutting me open and eating my innards.
Uh, I made the mistake, because I had a cold. I was probably like 17, 18. Right? I had a cold,
Yeah.
and I didn't eat anything for the entire day, and I took Robitussin. And a bunch of my friends later on in the day decided, hey, let's all trip on acid. And I made that mistake.
Yeah. Mixing acid with things is not a great one.
And we're hanging out in the park, and I had a little bit of paranoia hit me, and the next thing I know, I was having a horrible, horrible trip, and I thought that the white coats were gonna come get me and wrap me up in a straitjacket.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, don't take acid while you only have Robitussin in your stomach was a valuable lesson.
definitely. But I once accidentally mixed some fairly potent LSD with a highly concentrated magic mushrooms chocolates, like magic mushroom edibles. That was because I'm sitting there and my mind is like some part of my mind is trying to work out if this is acid or if this is mushrooms throughout the entire trip, and it was like this constant chaos going on in my body trying to work out what the fuck I'm tripping on.
JJ, you ever trip on anything?
Twice.
What'd you take?
acid. Acid. Both times was just whacked out of my mind, dude. The first time,
Acid is horrible. You shouldn't take acid. Acid's horrible.
well, this is
I know.
early
I've
on.
taken acid too. I'm saying I've taken acid a lot of
Yeah,
times. It's
this happened when I
not
was
good.
about
It's not good.
this happened when I was about 16, 17 years old. Me and a couple friends of mine went to putt putt golf, man, go play some video games and ride some go karts. And we right before we got there, we took a hit of acid, and when mine started kicking in, man, I was sitting there playing Street Fighter 2 tournament edition on
Tripping
the
balls.
on the big ass 55 60-inch screen, the big tournament edition
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
Well, you.
So
Uh
I this it's already fucking huge, and I'm sitting there playing this bitch, and I'm playing as if you know the game, I was fighting as Vega,
huh.
dude with the tiger claw,
Yeah.
and
The Matador.
I knew how to do the move. He jump up on the fence and kick some ass, and right, and I was fighting Ken, all right, and I beat him. And it said knockout. But next thing I know, this motherfucker did his flip kick thing up on the fence and put his tiger claw in his chest. I'm like, whoa, how the fuck I do that?
So
You know,
it's just part of your
fucking
trip.
yeah, man. Street Fighter pulled a fatality on my
Yeah.
ass.
Street Fighter turned into Mortal Kombat for a second.
Yeah, fuck real, dude. I was like, what? And then I went out and tried driving some go karts. That was fun. Um,
Yeah, no, I've never seen any good experiences driving on acid in any fashion or form.
Oh my
well,
god!
I did okay. It's just I did
You
it really
yourself,
slow. I did it really slow.
yeah,
Yeah.
both of you drove on acid.
No,
I didn't drive.
all three of us, all three of us, we drove on acid. Yes.
God damn!
It
Fucking
was fun, dude.
motherfuckers.
We were just chilling around. I think we made it around once.
Jesus Christ.
Made it all the way around once, and it's like, yeah, man, took us like a week, but we got here.
All right, my friends and I destroyed a water fountain on acid once. That was fun.
Yeah. The second time I tripped, dude, I don't know what the fuck going on. I just sat there all night smiling. Never
Yeah.
said a word. I just sat there smiling. I'm talking about it hurt not to smile.
One night, my friends and I, we all dropped acid. His mom was gone, so we all hung out at his house. Jesus Christ, there must have been like 10 of us. We all dropped acid at his house, and then we're all like, let's go out and about. It was nighttime, so we ended up going to the park in our neighborhood, and we decided to try and destroy this this little playground area. But the bridge,
Why you gotta be destroying shit, bro?
because we were a bunch of 17-year-old assholes
Yeah.
tripping on acid with nothing better to do with our lives.
Damn.
Yeah, a bunch of shitheads that did horrible things that we now
Eh,
regret.
Exactly, exactly. So we can't get the little bridge down in the park area because they had these huge chains on it, and we had like 4 people trying to stomp on this at the same time, and it wouldn't collapse. So we're walking away from the playground, and we point at we point at the water fountains, and one of us is like, "Yo, is this motherfucker talking shit?" So next thing you know, one of us has a garbage can in the air and trying to bash down the water fountain. We got this kid who's like 300 pounds who's standing on the water fountain. He's standing on the water fountain, jumping on top of it, and, and we ended up like getting it off of the wall because it was this little park area where they had the staff. It was like the bathroom, the water fountain, and the staff area. And this shit was like, what, like 2 a.m. in the morning. So there was no staff there. So, that shit was, there was like gushing water at the end. And then we didn't stop. We went through all out the park that whole night, just doing dumb shit. We ended up playing hacky sack on the highway. Like we found a spot on the highway where there was no traffic. And we're like, okay, let's just play hacky sack.
Damn, son.
Crazy.
Now,
Oh,
the
it's a bunch
last
of
thing
teenage morons. Teenage morons.
I
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. So,
I smoked some coke once. Friend of mine, my best friend growing up, we used to ride around and made our weed runs for the day. And and I'll explain that in a minute. But before we go, we smoke a joint or smoke a bowl or smoke something, get the day going, right? All right, we smoked this joint, and he goes, "All right, how you doing?" I'm like, "Okay, why?" He goes, "Well, there was coke in that joint." I'm like, "What the fuck, man? You didn't tell me?"
Yeah, that's not cool.
I dealt with the
Uh,
same shit. I know
but
exactly what you're talking about, JJ, because I
but
had
at
the
the
same
same
shit
time,
happen.
we're sitting there, before we started riding around, we were sitting there talking, listening to some music, chilling out, and next thing I know, my body started arguing with itself because I'm like, "Dude, let's go to Walmart." He goes, "You really want to go to Walmart?" I'm like, "No, man, wait a minute. No, let's wait a minute." Like, and there was this pizza place we always went to. I said, "Hey, man, come on, fuck, dude, let's go to Mr. Gaddy's." Nah, let's just wait a minute. I was fucking confused. I
Fuck,
was
man.
like, "Let's go," but I was like, "All right, let's just chill out for a minute."
That sounds like a really bad high. Like just like a not an enjoyable high.
I wanted there was all this shit I wanted to do, but I was like, "No, let's just be cool and take our time about it." Fucking a.
All right,
I
wait.
was
I don't mean
so
to be
walk.
a. I don't mean to be a dick to you. To you two guys, give me a second. I gotta mute myself.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like a walking oxymoron.
Yeah. Like I've had a few bad reactions. I haven't had that many bad reactions considering the number of different things I've taken. But like the artificial weed when they're having like the artificial cannabinoid craze it was the big thing and
Hmm.
everyone was smoking like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I can remember somebody like this place I was knew that was selling it, and they like every time they got some, they always tried to get something stronger than the previous time, and they're
Hmm.
saying like, yeah, this is it, this is about as far as we can go with the strength that we can find, and they got some, sat down and smoked one cone of it, and immediately had a panic attack. And it's only because I've taken so much shit and that I know how to trip, is that the panic attack hit, and I was able to go, okay, this is you've taken a drug. The drug immediately after you've taken it, you've suddenly gone into a panic attack, and your mind is racing around, latching on to any possible thing that, like um, you jaywalked yesterday, they're going to come and arrest you. Your mind is latching onto anything like that to try and like rationalize this feeling you're going through. You're good to do is just write it out because it can't last forever. Sooner or later, the chemical will be out of your system and you'll come back. So just write it out. And I sat
Yeah.
there and I was feeling fucking awful. I was freaking out. Like I had to consciously be aware of when I was starting to latch onto something and start to freak out about it and think that the world was about to end. And then I had to sort of go, yeah, you're thinking this because you're on a drug. Chill the fuck out and shut up.
Yeah. I was a dick to a friend of mine. We were hanging out at this place, and he was tripping balls, dude. He was
Yeah.
tripping balls. And I walked up to him. He goes, "Oh, JJ, what's going on, man? How you doing?" I'm like, "You all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm tripping my balls off." He actually said that shit. It was funny as hell when he said it. I said, "Dude, what's going on?" I reached for his hand. He goes, "Dude, be careful." I'm like, "What do you mean, be careful?" He goes, "That's an Uzi you got in your hand." And then it just dawned on me. I don't know why. I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, man, be careful." I said, "Okay." And I went, "Da, da, 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 da." This fuck. No, hold on. He went, I fucked his ass up with that shit, man. And I felt bad on that.
Oh, that's horrible, but so funny. Oh, that's it. Uh,
I
yeah,
was a
the
dick,
sort of thing.
dude.
Oh man, pranking people when they're off their head.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised he didn't have a heart attack because the look on his face looked like he was about to die.
yeah.
'Cause he was watching his friend get shot up right at that point in time.
Like
Um,
that. Yeah, trip out.
I asked him next day, I said, dude, you remember the Uzi incident? He goes, yeah, dude, that was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but it was funny.
yeah, it was funny as shit, though. I thought it was hilarious. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
I've always said, yeah, I'm going to hell for that one.
Yep, definitely. I remember we had a friend that had like the house that's the when you're young, there's someone has like first time anyone that's like known that person the first person to move out, and you go and party at their house every weekend, and it turns into like week-long parties and shit like that.
Right.
So we've got a party going at a house like that, and this young guy has like we're all like 17ish, and one of the guys he's maybe like 16, and he's then got a girlfriend who's like 15 or something, and she's turned up to the party, doesn't know anyone at the party, first time she's dropped acid.
Oh, wow.
And it's a house full of like 40 people going wild.
Good
The
idea.
backyard is packed full of people, and he drops acid as well, and then like it basically goes into imaginary land and runs off, and he's off partying, and he's like leaves her, just drops her and runs. Um, there's at some stage I can't remember where it was. She started freaking out, and a bunch of us started sort of talking to her and trying to like calm her down. And eventually we basically got that the party was too much and there's too much going on, too much stimulus. We need to get her out of the party. So we went out the front of the place and was standing out the front, and she was okay. And somehow we got the idea that there's this bridge that goes out across the freeway that we were going to go and basically sit on the top of the bridge. I think for some reason we thought that we'd be the air would be clearer because we'd be up higher. So we went and walked up to the top of the bridge, and we were sitting on the top of the bridge, and there's like three of us up there sitting, and the girl's starting to like calm right down, and she's chatting, and we seem to be everything's okay. And then the guy who was the boyfriend, he comes up to the top of the stairs at the bridge, and he's sort of like he as if like like, I don't know what he thought the danger was, but he wouldn't come up onto the bridge and stand on top of the bridge, and only come up to his head height was at the like level of the bridge, up the stairs, and he was constantly screaming out at us, don't jump, whatever you do, just don't jump, just don't jump." And like then she started freaking out again,
Wow.
and I'm sitting there going like I'm tripping myself, and I've gone from being in a fun fantasy trip land to, okay, we've got to be serious and help this person, to we can just enjoy ourselves and relax now, to what the fuck's going on, everyone's freaking out again.
I'd have been like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, I think they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure someone must have yelled at him, shut up at some point, because I'm not sure what happened after that. I just remember him like holding onto the rails and his head being at the like he wouldn't come up the steps any further, and you could just see his head above the like just his head sticking up, and him yelling out, "Don't jump!" as if we were like ready to jump, and we weren't even standing; we were sitting on the bridge.
Yo, that's fucked up. I'd have been like, yo, I'd have went tripping or not. I'd have got my ass up. I'd have went down there or tried to anyway and told him to shut the hell up. Go on. Get away. Go. Bye. Go back inside. Get
Yeah, that would have been the definitely. I hope that I honestly have I have very little memory of what happened for the rest of that night, other than at one point everyone was trying to go to sleep and I couldn't sleep. Um, and it was like we had like maybe hours before the sun was coming up. Like, yeah.
There was one time my friend, his sister, was selling acid and weed, and he had this grand plan that he didn't think he was going to get caught stealing both acid and weed from her.
Oh
So,
shit, no.
so he has this giant fucking Ziploc bag full of weed, and he stole about 15 tabs of acid from her, maybe 20. Like, I
Oh
can't
shit.
remember. He stole a bunch from her. Right. So I go to his fucking house, and we dropped the acid, and he was already tripping. He was already tripping when I went to his house. So he was he was already fucking out of his mind. So we're supposed to meet up at all right, we were at his dad's house, and a bunch of us were supposed to meet up at his mom's house, which
Oh
is
shit.
just a neighborhood away. And he decides to take this giant bag of weed and just casually toss it under his bed where it's halfway hanging out. And I'm saying, you why are you doing that? And he was already bugging out. In fact, all right, this was the best part of the whole thing. Okay, so he starts arguing with his dad. Well, not even arguing with his dad. Like his dad is downstairs, like screaming up at him, and he's cursing his head off at him, telling him to go fuck himself. And then like a minute goes by, and then he like snaps out of it, and he's like, "Holy shit! Did I just tell my dad to go fuck himself? I gotta go fix that. I gotta go fix that." And he goes downstairs and gets into a 20-minute conversation with his dad while he's tripping on acid. I'm like, "What the
Jesus.
fuck?" And he leaves me in the fucking room
What?
by myself. Like, what use am I gonna do to go out there? Am I gonna be the tard wrangler? I can't do that.
What the hell, man? That is like
Wow.
I would I um tripped at my when I was young and I was living at my parents' place. I tripped there one time, one time only, and I'd never ever do it again. And I spent the entire time in my bedroom with the fucking door locked, and just basically it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in here and I'm gonna trip out because there's no way I can face my parents
No,
this
not
fucking.
him. Not him. He wanted to fucking. He wanted to try and smooth over an argument with his dad tripping on acid. He
Like, well,
literally
you
said,
think they're
like,
not gonna
"Wait,
know?
did I just tell him to go fuck himself?"
Like when I was doing acid and I was living at my parents' place, I'd always want to make sure that I like it was at least 99% out of my system before I went home. Or my parents would have been like, I'm sneaking in and they are going to be fast asleep and I'm going to be able to get in without interacting with anyone.
Oh, I came home tripping on acid one day while my mom was decorating the Christmas tree. And she and she and she's looking me in the face and she's like, "Are you drunk?"
It's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, that's all.
"No." I'm like, "No, what would make you say that?" She's like, "You have this look on your face." And then, no joke, I spent about 20 minutes in the bathroom looking at my face to make sure that I didn't appear any sort of fucked up. And no, I looked fucked up. And that same night I broke my bed. I
Fucking
was,
broke your
I was,
bed.
I was tossing and turning, trying to go to sleep that later that night, and my bed just, the side of it just collapsed, and the other side of it is just upwards in the air. It's like, oh, that's what I get.
Either one of you guys slept on a bunk bed and slept on the top and rolled off the top of that bitch?
No, but my
I
little
think I
brother used
did.
to do it
I
all
think
the
I did.
time.
I think I
And like
did.
you'd hear such a loud bang, and then you'd walk into my little brother's room, and he'd just be asleep on the floor.
Nah, man, I did it. I did it once. I've fallen out of bed plenty of times, but on a bunk, I did it once. That's all it took.
Oh, actually, I never fell out of the bunk bed sleeping. I always just like fell off the bunk bed, just like sitting at the edge of it, like just, and I just
Yeah.
ended up just flopping over, landing on my fucking neck.
Overbalance on the edge. Yeah.
No, I
But
got
no,
I
I
was just
a.
like
never.
sitting at the edge of it, like reading a comic book or just, just sitting there, and I just lose balance. Whoops! There I go.
You know how you have the bunk bed with the desk underneath it instead of a second bed?
Yeah.
My little brother had one of those, but the desk was at right angles to the bed and in line with the head of the bed. So it's at right angles to the bed, but it's at the top of the bed, sticking out like an
Okay.
upside down L shape. And
Okay.
my little brother has a habit of rolling out of bed on a regular basis. So basically, when he falls, the first thing that's going to hit is like he's going to meet that table. His head's going to meet that table first.
Oh shit.
And then he's going to, so like you come in and he's facing like the wrong way, as if he was like facing the wrong way in bed and had rolled out. But what has happened is he's rolled out um, facing the right way, like normally in bed, and then hit the table, and that has made him flip over the other way.
Damn.
I shouldn't laugh, but it is almost slapstick comedy style.
Damn.
A lot of little kid injuries and slapstick comedy style shit.
Yeah, but that yeah, my brother did that a lot of times, and to the point where I'd be asleep in bed, and then I we'd be woken up by a really loud bang, and I'd go and have a look, and my little brother's fallen out of bed, like 2, 3 times a year.
My parents told me that I used to end up jumping out of my crib. I don't remember it because I was crib age. They
Yeah.
told me I used to do like cliff style jumps out of my crib.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to jump from my crib to my mom and dad's bed. I remember doing that crazy shit.
Well, I can't remember, but they told me. They told me all the time how I used to do that. That was a lot of fun, dumb shit
Yeah,
that
you get
used to
into a
cause
groove.
injuries.
Yeah.
At a friend of ours. Now this ain't drug related or nothing, but which I'm surprised because it involves one of the same friends that I've already mentioned.
I just want to say,
Uh,
Maura, yes, that's true. That is probably right. It's probably the best way to do
no,
it.
no, but we got invited over to their apartment one night to watch a horror movie, a scary movie,
Yeah.
and the friend I told you about earlier, the joke, and I meant the joke. I meant the guy that we smoked a joint with coke in it. Same friend. He was actually when it come to where I went females, it felt like he was like the shit, you know.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there. I'm sitting there with a friend of mine. The girls are sitting there. She had a sister, and then the parents were sitting there, and we were watching this movie. And they knocked on the door. Somebody went and got it, and when they come in, man, they just he came in. His name's Dwayne. Dwayne come in. He goes, "Bring on them dirty movies." And we all looked up at him, and he's looking around like, "What the hell did I just say?" He thought we said horror movies, not horror movies.
Horror movies.
Horror
Horror
movies.
movies.
Porno movies, man. He thought he said
Horror.
he's
Bring up
watching
the horror movies.
the horror movies, and he
Uh,
come bring on them dirty movies. I'm
uh,
like, oh, what the fuck is
Ra-
wrong with you, man?
Random Brad used to treat his brother prison style.
Yeah.
Kick him off the top bunk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, when I was locked up, I had a top bunk, dude. That wasn't fucking cool, man. I slept fully clothed, my bed made, and I just laid there. Fuck y'all.
I fucking hated using the top bunk.
I had no choice.
Yeah, same. You think I want to keep fucking? If I want to sit at the edge of my bed, you think I want to keep risking falling off it? I must have fell off that thing like fucking 5 times just sitting at the edge of it reading a comic book.
But dude, man, I got hooked up with a riot of people up in that bitch though. I was in there. I did 30 days, and about halfway in, this guy come in and goes, "Hey man, you want to smoke a poke? Smoke a poke?" I'm like, "We talking about smoking poke?" He goes, "Man, you want to smoke a Newport?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to smoke a Newport." So we all huddled in the corner, passing fucking Newports around like Cadillacs, right? That's what they call them, the Cadillacs. I'm gonna tell you what, that was like smoking a joint to me. I smoked that Newport, and I'm like, "Woo!" I said, "I'm good, guys. I'm lightheaded. I'm gonna go over here and watch some TV." Yeah.
Yeah, random Brad, I know exactly what it's like to have a fucking piece of shit brother.
Yeah.
I had two of them. Yeah, I know.
You didn't like either of them?
No, they didn't like me.
Still?
Well, no, not now, man. We know we all love one another, man. We all get along. We're like a family should be. But
Uh-huh.
back when I was a kid, oh fuck no.
You
No.
see,
Yeah.
the relationship I have with my little brother is not a like a hate relationship. It's more of like, at least for me, it's gotten to the point of indifference where I've tried to be friends with him. He doesn't seem to give any reason why he doesn't want to be, other than he just seems that it would be weird to be friends with your brother.
Not really.
And so I'm just sort of like, like you can only make so much effort to be friends with someone before you just sort of go,
I don't know.
okay,
I used to be friendly with mine. I mean, not growing
yeah,
up because both him and my sister were fucking assholes. They bullied the shit out of me. They used to like fucking. They used to like band with each other to fuck with me.
Well, believe it or not, I got one brother. He's redneck as shit, dude. He knows how to live off the land. Um, and he told me one day, he goes, little brother, I'm gonna tell you right now. He goes, I'm sorry for ever treating you bad. And my other brother, which he's a truck driver, and now he's really religious. He told me, he goes, I felt bad for how I treated you, and I'm like, okay, that meant something. You know, right now, if we get mad at one another, we won't talk for a couple of weeks. You know, give ourselves our space. But then, we know in the end we're a family. We get along now.
How big was your family with the brothers and sisters?
I got two brothers and two sisters.
Okay.
But in all legitimacy, they're my half brothers and sisters because they had different dad
Okay.
than me. But we don't look at it that way. We're family.
One
yeah,
and one. One
Yeah,
and
yeah.
one.
It is. If we introduce each other, it's like, hey, this is my brother, not my half brother. You
And
know.
only one I consider a sibling right now, so. Because fuck that other one.
yeah.
Hope
I
he
just
gets
got the
it.
one brother.
Hope he has a fucking 747 fall on him tomorrow.
He is the sort of person you'd want a house to fall on.
Gets swept up by a tornado or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Wizard of Oz's ass.
yeah.
And I won't cry about it.
No, you just take the shoes and move on.
Yep.
He's in mine now, motherfucker.
Let's say goodbye, good riddance. The bad rubbish.
You take those ruby red box. Sorry, ruby Reeboks.
The Ruby
Try saying that
Reebok,
10 times. Saying that 10 times fast.
Ruby Reeboks, 10 times fast. Yeah, it's not hard.
But they were bad growing up with. They would occasionally show nice signs towards me. Uh, my sister now, she's chilled a bit, but not entirely. But uh, I don't hate her anymore like I did when I was up until I was a teenager. I hated her because she was just such a fucking asshole. But
Well, you see, Slasher. That's the thing, bro. You asked me one time. I made a mention of something like that, and you said, "Do you think all New Yorkers are that way?" And man, I'm gonna tell you what. The way you're talking about them, yeah, all New Yorkers are that way.
No, not really, because I know plenty of New Yorkers who didn't hate their siblings.
No, I'm just
I knew plenty who did. I knew plenty who did, but
no,
I knew plenty who
I
didn't.
mean that are just assholes and bitches.
Okay.
Um, I like speaking of being an asshole. I have like somewhat of an asshole streak in me, and I got to keep it under
Oh,
control.
we all
But
do.
then it's why I don't say things like I'm waiting for a pause where I can say, "And how does that make you feel?"
Uh,
Just to be a dick.
No,
wow.
I don't go to therapy till Friday, so I'm saving that up.
Yeah,
I'm glad your brother Reggie ain't nothing like you.
yeah. Me and Reggie completely different.
I'm glad, man, because I don't think I could look at that guy and be like, "Is that guy really being a dick to me right now?"
Actually, you know what, Sith? Sith, you haven't seen anything until you've seen twins beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, that's the next thing I'm gonna Google on YouTube or search for on YouTube is twin
I've
fight.
seen it. I've seen it before my
Uh,
very eyes, and it was fucking incredible. It was like,
Incredible. Listen to him. Male or female twins?
no, these, all right. My two friends, they ended up getting an apartment with this other dude who I didn't really know too well, and this the other dude who I didn't know too well, his twin brother, would frequently come over there. So I get out of work one day and I meet up with my two friends, two I actually considered friends, and the twin brother of their other roommate. And we're at the bar for about fucking 3, 4 hours. I didn't even go home from work. I went right from work to the bar to meet up with my friends. So we get back to their apartment, and
oh,
the drunken twin's brother starts flipping out that the drunken twin is there. I'm in my other friend's room playing video games while the living room door is open, and I hear this argument going on, and then we start hearing like bat 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 like bat bat like start hearing it. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on out here? So I walk out into the living room, and they had already gotten into their scrape. Well, this was round one. I missed round one. I walked in at the end of round one. So my other friend walks out, and then we both witness round two. Bah, boom, boom. They're like throwing knees and elbows at each other and shit. Okay, so it's broken up, and they start arguing again, and then comes round three. So at the end of round three, cops were called to the house. So we all just have to sit there all like nice and calm while the cops come in and try to defuse the situation. So the cops come in and they say to the drunken twin who wasn't living there, they're like, "So what's wrong?" And the drunken twin goes, "Nah, he's a dick." And then they pull him into the other room and they start talking to each other. And the sober twin is in there talking with the other cop. So then they're saying to the drunken twin, they're like, "You don't live here. You gotta leave. Yada yada yada." So they're escorting him out, and the other twin is right behind him, like walking. And drunken twin decides on his way out to swing the door into his other twin's face, right in front of the cops. And the cops
yeah.
are like, "What the fuck you doing?" And the sober twin was like, "No, no, no, just let him go, just let him leave, just let him leave." It
Yeah, but
was
how can you tell which one's which when they're fighting though?
all right. I think I could tell because the the non-drunken twin was dressed more like he's chilling at his house. The other one was dressed like, hey, I just came back from the bar and I didn't take off my shoes or anything.
Yeah. But when you mentioned twin fights, I just typed it into YouTube to see what there is. And one of the first videos I came across is Little Women of Atlanta, the teeny twins lose their cool, season 3, episode 13. It appears to be a bunch of midgets, including midget twins, fighting in the street.
Midget
Oh,
twins?
midget twins. Oh, that makes it even better.
I don't know. Do you want to risk putting it up and me sharing the screen?
No,
Yeah, sure. No, go ahead.
Go
no.
ahead.
Oh wow, we're gonna watch this. Cool.
Hang on. Let me see if I can share the screen with audio. Just let the ad run out. We don't need to see the ad.
Yeah, no, sell us some shit too while you at it. Come on. Sorry, I couldn't help that one. My bad. I'm fried, yo. All right, I'm
That's all
fried.
good. So good. Okay, share. I forgot to hit the share button. I would hope if I hit share. There we go.
Yeah, that helps.
We'll turn the volume
Yeah.
up.
Oh God, that's bright. Hmm.
Has that helped? The brightness?
No, no,
So
it's cool.
that's,
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
tell me if you can hear it.
I Is your volume all the
Oh,
way
this
up?
is the actual show? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is just like
Is your
Could
volume
you
all the way up?
could you forward to the
a
fight?
clip. It's a clip from the show.
Could you forward to the fight?
Hey, is it turned up all the way?
Can you? Hang on. Let's see what. Can you hear it?
Barely.
Yeah, I could hear it, but could you forward to the fight? Like the actual fist fight?
Go to the actual fist fight.
Yeah, I don't want to see this nonsense in between the fight.
I think that's kind of sexy. I got a thing for midgets. I don't know why. I like little women, short women.
We got actual.
Well, the type of woman I've been looking for, I'm talking about like, I'm 5'9", so I'm not really tall, but I'm looking for like 5 foot.
Hold me back. Hold me back. And like you
That-
just need like one. Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Grace.
You just need one full-size person to hold them back. One full-size person just hold everybody back.
Well,
That doesn't look like they're actually fighting.
Okay.
They've got a couple of full-size people in there to break it up.
Yeah.
I wanted to see some throwing down.
I want a woman that can just stand there. She ain't got to bend over.
I wanted to see some midget fisticuffs.
Sorry, I'm being rude.
How can you not laugh at this? You
I
got
am
like
laughing
these big
at this.
bouncer
I-
guys holding onto these tiny little midget women, and they're screaming and trying to fight each other.
It's like why bother holding her back when you could just dribble her down the street like a basketball?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna be so fucked up here in about a minute.
It's a shame there wasn't an actual fist fight in that one. That's a shame.
Yeah, but
But
I
yeah,
like
that,
women, like 5'2", 5'3", short women.
That's not midget size.
I know, but
like you want them so short that you can rest a beer on top of her head.
no, I ain't gonna do all that. Because if I'm
Midget size is what, like
midget size is for
like 4'5" and under.
no, actually
Maybe a little taller than 4'5".
4'10", 4'11", somewhere around there.
How high is a walking blowjob?
It all depends on how tall you are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's usually roughly around that sort of size is what we're looking at. So I've been told.
Yeah, but that I'm getting a little weird about that one though. I want them taller than that. I want them above my belt buckle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
yeah. If she's low, if she's shorter than your belt buckle, then yeah, it's no good.
Oh, it ain't no good. That's perfect, but it's just weird.
It's just weird. Yeah,
I don't want
but
to
no,
look like
I'm sure as
I
far as
don't
they go as people, I'm sure they're wonderful, just good people.
I just don't want to look like I'm fucking around with a Yoda sized person.
Yeah,
Well, see, that's the thing. That's my point right there. It gets weird because to me, yes, I like short women, but if they're too short, and in some people's eyes, it's like kid size. No, and that just it's just
yeah, that's
it
a little bit creepy.
weirds, yeah, it weirds me out. Um, that's why I want them at least above 5 foot because then it's not weird.
Fucking Tattoo from Fantasy Island was married to a regular sized woman. How weird does that have to be?
Hey, money and power, man.
I know, but still, you're married to fucking Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
You know, it's
like what was that old dude who married the blonde bimbo with the huge titties? What's her name? It was in the like the
Anna,
90s.
Anna
Anna, yeah,
Nicole,
oh,
yeah,
when
Anna
she
Nicole
married
Smith.
that 95-year-old
yeah,
billionaire or whatever the fuck he was. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know why she did that shit.
Oh no,
money,
she loved
money, money.
JJ. She loved him.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, my bad, Cypher.
Hey,
Sorry.
hey, hey!
She
Just
loved
because he's a billionaire doesn't mean he doesn't have a winning personality.
she loved changing his philosophy back.
Oh God, really? Come on, bro. No,
I suppose like marrying somebody like that for the money is kind of a poop shoot.
a poop shit. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Um, uh, have either one of you seen the Hobbit movies?
um, like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never even sat through an entire Lord of the Rings movie. So
Oh, damn it. Okay, never mind then.
why? There's some hobbits you
No,
fancy?
no, 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 no. I bet. Wow.
Hobbiting with the hobbits.
Yeah, Hobbit, 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 Hobbit. Um, anyway, don't ask me to do that again because I don't think I can. Um, no, I was thinking about because I've been working my way through the Hobbit movies and I'm on the third one. And I was like, man, if you want, we can end this stream if you want, man. We can watch a movie. But never mind if you ain't seen it, then never mind.
Oh, I got a really shitty action movie lined up for the next
Oh, really?
Awesome,
for the next
What's
watch
it?
awesome.
party.
What's it called, or do you want to wait?
All right, I won't. I'll let you guys know, but I won't say on the stream right now. But
If
I'll
you're
let
if
you
you
know when I throw out the DMs.
oh, you gonna keep it as a surprise? I got you. It better
Oh,
have some damn titties in it, man. I'm telling you.
I can't guarantee that.
Hey, the last one had titties. It was all good. That's good.
Yeah, I picked that
Yeah.
shit, so don't make me have to go look for another titty flick. Um,
All right, first off, the Death Wish movies have titties in them, but it's not really titties you want to see during a sexual assault.
yeah, but I've never been a big Death Wish fan.
I honestly didn't see them till I got much older. And the first one, I love the first one.
Mm. I tell you what, I did like was the ninja movies. Um, Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3: The Domination.
I only liked the second one.
Really?
I only liked Revenge of the Ninja.
Huh?
That first one was so boring. That dude is basically like, yeah, I'm in a wheelchair. Fuck my wife to the fucking ninja. The
Well,
first,
Moira, I'm 5'9" too. We're the same height.
I'm 5'10".
I don't want nobody taller than I am.
Moira, who the fuck said you're a hobbit?
You're a hobbit. It's not because of the height. It's because of the hairy toes.
Damn, Brad 6'3". Shit.
Yeah, Brad's basketball player size.
Yeah, man, we, we got big man Brad in the house. What's up? No, okay, I'm alright. Nah, man, I guess I got to go looking for some fucking titty movies, man. Come on, shit.
That you could show on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
That we could all watch through YouTube anyway.
I'm gonna go look through the free movies and see what's there.
I'm surprised they had the fucking Wraith.
Oh, dude, the free,
For free. No, but I'm saying for free, but they showed titties in it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they got. I've seen some great movies in there in the free ones. Now, I
Yeah, I can't find any of the free ones available, but that's probably geo blocking.
Yeah, they keep fucking you over with that.
Yeah.
yeah. Let me go take a look. See. Yeah, I said look. See. Fuck
Oh,
that.
what's this one? This one called Cube. I see this one called Cube. Either of you've ever seen that?
No, I haven't. I've heard of it, but no, I ain't seen it.
I've never seen it either.
When did Cube come out?
Let's see. Let's see. But there's other ways to find free movies on YouTube. You don't have to just go to the YouTube free movies. There's plenty of free movies. You just have to search them out.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure the link that I'm going to be handing out in the chat for my live stream that's coming up, watching Legion, I'm 85 to 90% sure that it's going to work.
By the way,
No.
Cube is
Oh
19.
well, I tried it out and it worked.
Yeah, I've played it myself, and a couple of you guys have checked it out, and it worked. So
Cube is 1997. By the way.
I
Okay.
think I saw that one, and I think I don't really remember it, but I remember somebody saying that, oh yeah, it's really trippy and it's really good, and that it's one of the ones that I want to go back and watch again. But it's supposed to, from my memory, it is a bit of a tripped out.
This was one I used to see on the menu all the time of Netflix when I had it, but I never watched it.
I'm not a big fan of him, but they got Lone Wolf McQuade in here.
Never seen it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Chuck Norris movie.
Good old Chuck Norris. I'd love to do a animated series with a animated the animals like Zootopia, where they're sort of animals walking around like people, and have a woodchuck Texas Ranger.
No way. They got the adventure.
Woodchuck Norris
With Chuck Norris. That's funny.
is a woodchuck Texas Ranger
Yep,
in Zootopia type reality.
that's funny as hell right there. They got the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, I saw.
Nice.
I never saw that one. That's with fucking Peter Weller, right? Is that Peter Weller?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Never seen it.
I watched it.
Their free list has kind of been dipping lately. They're kind of slack
Ooh,
movies.
they got Jet Li's Red Dragon.
Buy or rent or free with ads.
Free with ads. Everything I'm telling you is free with ads.
Okay.
I've never seen that one, but I've seen at least one movie with Jet Li. No, I've seen a couple movies with Jet Li in it.
They
And
have the first 3 missing in action movies
Yeah.
up, but it's not through. The very first 3 missing in action movies are on YouTube, but it's not from that YouTube. It's not from that YouTube free movies channel.
okay, you got to buy or rent.
Nope.
Oh, what?
Nope. It's there.
Yeah, somebody uploaded them?
Yep.
Huh.
Ad free.
I wonder how they get away with that shit.
Good question, but I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not gonna be up in arms about it. I might put those in the back pocket for movies to watch down the line. I've never sat through an entire missing in action movie in my entire life.
Hmm. Neither have I.
I don't think I have either.
Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of them back then.
Well, I'm just for watch parties. Even shit
Yeah.
I haven't watched, I'm down to set up anything for a watch party, even if it's stuff I haven't watched.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can be good being something you haven't watched. You're going to get your first initial reaction. So it's like
Oh,
it's
all right.
that
Well,
visceral, real reaction, not sort
all
of
right.
like something you're going to be thinking about in advance and
Well,
preparing.
the one, the one that I'm wanted to show YouTube and whoever else wants to come through. This one is it's an action movie, but it's very comedic and not on purpose.
There's another one like that.
Oh, there's a lot like that.
Terminal Velocity.
What
Yeah, I've seen that.
terminal
Terminal
velocity?
Velocity is like a Hot Shots movie, but they're serious. Nobody told them that it was supposed to be a comedy, and everybody's playing it as if it's serious.
Was terminal velocity a Van Damme movie?
No, it was what's his name? Who was in Hot Shots?
Okay.
Shane,
Charlie
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
I
he's
watched it.
it's
I actually enjoyed that movie.
it's enjoyable, but it's kind of comical in some parts.
Hey,
There's quite a lot.
they got the documentary Back to the Future, back in time.
Have either of you seen the documentary of the Superman movie that they wasted $180 million on and didn't get made?
No, I haven't seen that.
No, I ain't seen it.
Where Nicolas Cage was supposed to play
Oh
Superman,
yeah. And actually, rumor has it for a movie coming up, he's gonna don the Superman outfit supposedly.
but they actually had footage of
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage in the Superman costume. Got
yeah.
the long
Before
hair, the plastic muscles, and everything.
yeah, before Brandon Routh.
Yes, yeah. In fact, the Brandon Routh one was the reason. That's why they did it because they.
Superman Returns. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one was supposed to be the death of Superman, and it was Nicolas Cage
Uh,
as Superman with long black hair, and he had this plastic muscle suit.
yeah, that didn't look good, but they're just initial shots, enough CGI, and you can put like his head on anybody's body.
But they were talking to everyone who was involved in the movie because they were going through directors and writers like toilet paper. Like
Yeah,
one of the writers was Kevin Smith.
yeah. I heard about it when Kevin Smith became one of the writers, and he wouldn't stop talking about it. It was
Oh
around the
yeah,
time I was into Kevin Smith.
yeah, he talks a lot about it.
Yeah,
Tim Burton was one of the directors they have lined up.
yeah, that's crazy, man. That seemed like an absolute shit show. If people like so many people had so many ideas of what they wanted to do,
They wasted
and
$180 million on that and didn't get it
yeah,
made.
dude, a lot of movies these days lose a lot of money.
But I'm saying this
Like,
movie didn't even get made, and they wasted that much money on it.
yeah, but like, I was having a look. There was I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it's Blood In and Blood Out. It's it was at the time it was
Oh,
considered
the
to be a
gang
really good
movie.
movie. Yeah, I
Gang
look at
movie.
that. I saw the movie and I'm like, it's not my thing. Um, but it cost them only I think it was 30,000 to make, and it made like 100 million or something.
And they changed the name of the movie.
And they even changed the name of the movie and it made that sort of money. But now we're looking at movies that cost 100 million to make and they lose 40,000.
What did they? What was it? They changed it to like something
Um,
bound by honor or something, right?
something like that. Yeah.
The one it was about the half Mexican gang member that was in jail,
Yeah,
right?
it was basically about sort of Mexican gang members going in and out of jail. One of the things that where I sort of stopped paying attention and stopped watching it is when they're in jail, and it turns out that it appears that everybody is trying to rape everybody in jail.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Like it's literally like like the people are basically like every single person who it speaks to him in any nice fashion whatsoever or doesn't try to kill him is trying to fuck him.
But like, it was so like the cops took his one friend and broke his spine over a fire hydrant or something,
Yeah,
and he became a heroin addict.
yeah. I don't remember much of it other than I was sort of looking at it and wanted to know
I
about
see. I mostly
like
remember it because it was on cable all the time. That was one of those movies that I was flipping through Showtime and Cinemax and all that shit. It was always somehow it was always on.
We got some Earth Girls Are Easy,
Earth Girls Are Easy.
You know
That's
what?
a
Never seen that one. Never
Earth
and
seen it.
Girls Are
also
Easy.
Mod Squad. It's got Claire Danes, Omar Epps, and Giovanni
Ribisi.
Ribisi. Yeah,
If they had Monster Squad, I'd rather watch that.
uh, I've seen a couple. You know, maybe not the best things in the world. You know, these are a lot of the. It's like the same shit on Voodoo, man. The free stuff in Voodoo.
Throwaways.
Just B movies. You know.
Throwaways,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
The stuff that you get in the bargain bin at the $2 shop.
Yeah.
You go and buy like a packet of DVDs that are all taped together for a couple of bucks.
Yep. Yep. There's some good ones in here. Like some probably some decent or stupid ass action movies in here. Maybe some dramas and
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
but
one
you know,
stage,
if you
I
look up, if you have a particular, sorry, Chris, if you have a
you know,
particular action movie in mind, just on YouTube, just search that and then put full movie and see if it comes up. Because sometimes they do this bullshit where it makes you think it's the full movie, but all it is
yeah,
trying to take you to a link that's just gonna, fuck your shit up.
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't do none of that shit, man. I just if I can't legitimately watch it, um, I don't normally deal with it because I just got my shit built, dude. I ain't trying to fuck it up. You
I
know.
got a
That's why I
few
go through
legitimate
YouTube.
sources. I got a few legitimate sources and a few illegitimate sources I use on a regular basis. Um, but yeah, I was going to say something else about that, but I can't remember what now.
Big
I
old
think I
bowl.
need to go and top up my. I think I need to go and top up my glass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
And you might have just well go chuck it on mute for a second. Go top my glass up.
Yep.
But the crappy movie I have in mind, it's still up there. So
Okay. Ain't Tank Girl, is it?
I think by the end of it, you might wish it was Tank Girl.
Oh fuck! I can't stand Tank Girl. I seen it once. That's all it took.
I can't say I've ever even sat through that shit.
I watched it when I was younger. It's an older movie, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Well, first of all, I hated that girl in A League of Their Own, and I hated her in Point Break. So why would I want to see her as the star of a movie?
Oh, hang on now. Hang on. He looks a little bit thinner here. Maybe. Fucking Steven Seagal, man. Mercenary for Justice.
What a lame ass generic title.
Yeah, and it looks like just a generic cover art, but still, it's got Seagal, and he don't look like he's blown up like a fucking balloon by his face. Um, 'Cause he's freaking huge now.
He's been huge. He's been a fat slob for a while,
Ooh, Arthur and Merlin.
and he got that stitched
Hmm.
in hairline.
Yeah.
That Gene Simmons stitched in
Yeah,
front hairline.
yeah, man. You notice that? Mhm.
I was never a Steven Seagal fan.
See, I've only liked a few of his movies, but I
Same.
don't think I don't think he's the bomb. But not like he was in his younger self. His younger self, he kicked ass, dude. I liked Marked for Death, Out for Justice. Um, he was even in the first part of a movie with Kurt Russell called Executive Decision. Um,
Yeah, and I heard he bitched because he got killed in the beginning of that movie.
Dude, that flipped me out, man. When he got killed, I'm like, what? They killed Steven Seagal. What the fuck?
And I heard he bitched about it.
Yeah.
Which I guess, you would expect that from Steven Seagal.
And fucking A, dude, that one he did when he was on a fucking Navy ship, Under Siege.
Oh, Under Siege. Yeah, I liked Under Siege.
Yeah, dude, and had some titties in it. Um,
Oh, hell yeah. Erica Elenia.
yeah, dude.
Ah, we're
Miss
talking
Bay,
Steven Seagal, are we?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and Miss Baywatch herself.
Original. She was Baywatch before Pam Anderson.
Yeah, man. Okay, Wesley
And
Snipes, Nine Lives.
you know that was it Woodchuck Norris that I was talking about? I
Yeah.
think that he needs to have a friend that lives in the Bronx and uses his martial arts to there was a fight the fight crime in the Bronx. He's a it would be a seagull with like a little ponytail at the back.
Steven Seagal.
So yeah, his name would be Stephen, obviously. He'd be Stephen the seagull, and he has a little ponytail at the back and lives in the Bronx, and he's a cop and fights crime, and his best friend is a woodchuck.
He's a
It's a
cop
Texas
seagull.
Ranger.
He's a seagull that's also a cop.
Yeah,
You, bi-
yeah.
you bitches is crazy.
Steven
Speaking,
Seagal and Woodchuck Norris.
yeah, yeah.
It's an
Speaking
action
of
movie
that,
waiting to happen. Sorry.
oh yeah, no, oh yeah, Steven Seagal, yep, and Woodchuck Norris. That sounds like that would be a great kids show just by the names.
It
Yeah, but
sounds,
with
it
my
sounds too
sick sense of humor,
90s, though. It sounds like it would be too 90s by,
very 90s. Yeah.
by today's parents' standards.
But you were talking about Erica Ellenack. Found another one here, and yeah, buddy.
Bordello of Blood.
No, dude, no Chasers.
Oh, Chasers, yeah. But she was also in Bordello of Blood.
Yeah, but just the way she's dressed on this Chaser cover art. Yeah, I think some titties are in this movie too.
Man, I
See,
can't remember when I watched Bordello of Blood. I just remember the name
oh,
and
I
that I
saw
watched
that
it.
shit. I love the one before it, dude. Demon Knight.
Which one came first? Demon Knight came before Bordello of Blood?
Yeah,
I like both of them.
I love Demon Knight, man. When I get paid, I think I'm just gonna flat out buy that bitch because I've been wanting that for a while. Kind of scared you though, man. My brother's on my Voodoo account with me, also, and he's real religious. He'll see some Demon Knight. He'll be asking questions.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uh, that was part of like Tales of the Crypt series,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I went through my Tales of the Crypt
I'm
series.
surprised he ain't said. I just got to. I think it was last month. I bought all the Alien movies.
They only did two movies, I think. Which
No, no, Tales from the Crypt. They've done a lot of stuff. It was like usually like an HBO or Cinemax type
no,
thing.
I
They
And
mean
did a
like
whole series
the
as well.
the theater releases. I think I'm saying
yeah, yeah,
they
that,
only did Bordello of Blood and Demon Knight. They didn't put anything else out in the theater.
hmm.
I think did Creep Show do movies as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
They did
they're all the
two.
same style.
There was two in the 80s. Yeah, but there was a whole bunch of those types of shows. Fucking Tales from the Dark Side. They even did a movie.
The good old days of rubber suits
Dude,
and
they got Bill
fake
and
blood.
Ted's Bogus Journey.
You know what? I didn't like Bogus Journey as much as I like Excellent Adventure.
That's true. That's true, but it was still
Yeah,
funny.
It was yeah, it was funny, but I still like
Yeah.
still
Excellent Adventure better.
Oh, they've got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
nice. They got
That's
the
like that's like the first one there in the list. I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't notice it. Um, but yeah, they got the first one too, man. Fucking hey, fry your brain, watch some Bill and Ted. Hell yeah. Sorry, sorry.
love that movie, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the theater. I saw both in the theater actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, that's one of the things I've been enjoying. After the lockdown, when the cinemas first opened up, they started rerunning all the classics and like the good movies from the 90s and earlier. Like they had the Blues Brothers, they had Excellent Adventure. There's been a whole bunch of them that they just started playing them, and it's just sort of like, oh yeah, all these movies that I missed or they was too young to go and see in the cinemas, I get to see in the cinema. It's
They have
awesome.
that. There's a couple places. Well, I don't know how they're doing here in New York now, but they had this shit was like probably like a decade ago. It's called IFC. It was the IFC movie theater. There's also a channel called IFC, Independent Film
Yeah,
Channel, but
yeah, yeah.
they have a theater, and
Independent Film Channel.
yeah, yeah, and they were playing uh, the very first Nightmare on Elm Street. And this shit was like I don't know, like 2008, 2009. So they're playing it like decades later. So a bunch
Yeah,
of us went and saw it. And, that was a cool experience.
Yeah, it's great when you get
yeah.
to see stuff like that.
Hang on a second. Um, the hell? Try it again. Okay.
Trying to bring up a screen.
No, 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 no. I'm just trying to fuck what. I was going into Voodoo to look at something, and I'm trying to figure out why the fuck it just logged me out.
Uh, Maybe you said the words demon night, and your religious brother was like,
Oh no, no, no! I got it in my wish list, man. I know
"You
exactly where
heathen."
to fucking
He's like,
find it.
"You heathen, get off my site."
No, this is my shit. He's on my
I
shit.
cast you down, heathen.
Uh, all them digital copies I got, I fucking either physically bought or I got for free.
All right, here's one I found. Another one I found for free on YouTube. The Prophecy from 1995. Either you've ever seen this.
Prophecy. Who is that?
Christopher Walken.
Prophecy, yeah, I remember Prophecy. I don't remember watching it, but I remember of it.
So Christopher Walken,
Okay, the original Nightmare on Elm Street was out in '84.
84. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went and saw this in the theater. It was like 2008 or 2009 when IFC was playing this. But then there's this other place too. This place is all over the country, the Alamo Draft House, and they play new and old movies.
I tell you what, man, I missed this place we used to go to. It was called the Gazebo. They played like it was kind of like a dollar movie type situation. And they would play older movies. Uh, me and my ex-wife went and seen Gladiator there.
Oh, Brad's breaking up. Have a good one, Brad.
Have a good one, Brad. Thanks for coming
See you
by,
later,
man.
Brad.
Thanks for coming
Appreciate
through, man. Maybe
it.
one day you'll hop on.
Yeah, but we went in there. I think it was like $5 to get in or something like that. You know, it wasn't expensive, but it was a smoking theater. You could smoke in this theater, and it was a full service restaurant inside. Instead of having seats like a regular movie theater, you see these like rows of tables going
That
down like a movie theater with
JJ,
chairs.
that's the way the Alamo Draft House is.
Yeah, dude.
They have like a little mini table set up in front of everyone's movie seats, right? All going
No,
all the way
this is like a
across.
long. This is like a long bar with instead of movie like individual movie seats, man. You get just chairs like desk chairs. You rolled up to it, and waitresses would come to you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, you can have alcohol. You can order food. You can
Yep.
smoke
That's
cigarettes. I
well,
was,
There,
minus
that'd
the
be cool.
smoking cigarettes. That's the way the Alamo Draft House is. You can't smoke
yeah,
cigarettes in there, but
no, no,
when you
no,
order
no.
food, they serve you drinks and shit.
When this happened, no, I'm saying back then when this happened, you can smoke in there, you can drink in there, you can order food in there. This was back before they outlawed the smoking inside.
Uh huh.
Um, and fucking a dude, it was like sitting in my own home watching it on a big screen TV, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Okay.
That's talking about a movie going experience. You would think me, I would come up with like Star Wars or some other shit like that. No, dude, that when I went and seen the Gladiator, that was the best movie experience I've ever had. I felt like I was at
What,
home.
what was the place called?
The gazebo.
Oh, okay.
Um, the closest thing we have in Australia is a thing that's called Vent Cinema's Gold Class, where you
Mm-hmm.
have a tiny little side table that's attached to, like, you get two chairs, two sort of lounge chairs, put them together, and then where the armrests meet, you take out the armrests and put in a little flat section there that's like a table. And that's all you get as far as a table. You can order like your pizza and all these other foods and chips and wings and all sorts of stuff like that, and alcohol. Um, and it's quite a bit more expensive than going through the normal thing. But I found that, like, if you want to go and see a movie there, you're going to look at maybe $75 to 100 and something dollars Australian for one person.
Oh damn.
Um, so for about 300 or 400 Australian dollars, like 400 Australian dollars will get you a really, really, really nice one. Around 300 Australian dollars will get you a like a little portable projector about the size of an iPhone, or actually, it's a size of two uh, Samsung Note 8s stacked on top of each other. So it's about that size. It's a portable projector, and you can essentially in your house. I haven't got a wall. I haven't had a house with a wall that is too big to project onto. You just turn out the lights, and you've got yourself a cinema. And
Well,
a friend of mine actually made for me a thing that has like two wooden struts on the either side with metal poles going across the top and the bottom with a big white sheet stretched across it. So
nice.
essentially my own screen, and it
That's a
goes
nice
like
setup.
across a room.
Sounds like a pretty dope setup.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I basically it's cinema at home, and it's amazing. Put your anything you want on a USB stick, plug it in, off you go.
Nice. That's awesome. I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
That's what my friend has a fucking giant projector right above his television screen.
All
cool.
right, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
But having a small portable or small cheap one like that that's portable is like that's what makes it so such a valuable thing, because you can essentially take it with you anywhere. It does have a short battery life, but like I there's a state point where I'm up in the mountains, um, in the Himalayan mountains in India in an ashram, laying on the bed with the projector running next to me on projecting onto the ceiling, and I'm sitting laying there watching Star Trek, thinking to myself, how many people in their life are going to be laying in an ashram watching Star Trek on the ceiling on a projector? Like, this is such an amazing, unique experience.
Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what people do watching certain things.
Well, the fact that I knew that like nobody else in the place had any sort of technology like that. Maybe they had a mobile phone. You might find people would be like hunkered over in their bed, like on their mobile phone watching YouTube or something, and I'm laying back here watching it on a great big screen on my ceiling. And
Maybe it was either a year or two ago. There was a bus driver, bus full of people. He's on duty driving the bus full of people.
yeah.
He crashed the bus. They found out why he crashed the bus because he had his phone at his side and he was busy watching Mrs. Doubtfire. That
Of all
is a
things to be
that
watching.
that is a true story. Yes. Can you imagine being
Yeah,
on that bus and your bus driver crashes the bus because he was watching Mrs. Doubtfire? Would
yeah,
you not want to throttle that motherfucker?
yeah. I think that like I can see both sides of it. I can see a side of the thing where you're doing a job that's you drive the same route, same thing every day, and like you can go into autopilot a lot of the time when you're driving like that. But like to being in an autopilot and driving around is different to being distracted and watching a fucking movie on your phone.
But also, of all movies,
Yeah, of all movies to be watching, it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
I was
Hey
watching
man,
Mrs.
hey
Doubtfire on
hey,
the job. Cut me some
don't
slack.
don't don't underestimate the power of Robin Williams. That man is a comedic genius.
I can't say I'm a fan of that movie.
I'm not
I
the biggest
mean,
fan of
yeah,
the movie.
Robin Williams and all, but can't say I'm a fan of Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, no, I wouldn't call myself a massive fan of Mrs. Doubtfire. Though there are some sort of there are a few cliches in it that are like fun cliches. It's like it's got some stuff in it that would make some fun skits.
I'm also just saying if I had a spinal injury because my asshole bus driver decided to watch Mrs. Doubtfire rather than pay attention to the road, I'm gonna want to fucking bash his skull in.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a dampener on your day.
And that would really just set me off anytime anyone mentioned that movie.
Yeah, anyone mentions that movie, you slap them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be around someone talking about that movie for the rest of my life.
In the settlement, you have a clause that when anybody around you says that mentions that movie, there is a service that you can call, and someone will come out and slap that person for you.
I hit him with a tire iron
Yeah, just yeah,
or push him in
yeah,
front of a bus.
push him in front of a bus.
Can I get that option, please?
Yeah,
So you could be watching, The Godfather.
yeah,
You could be watching
something
something like that.
something a little bit
Mrs.
higher brow.
Doubtfire needs your undivided attention while you're driving a bus full of people.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't see Mrs. Doubtfire as a movie that like will capture your attention that much that you're going to crash the bus.
Apparently, it did.
Like, it doesn't. It's not that sort of that captivating a movie. Like
I'm also wondering if this was the first time he's ever seen it. He's like, I just gotta get through this movie.
I could understand watching something like Mulholland Drive, and
Something that's gonna keep you guessing, right? Something
yeah,
that
something that you're looking at, and unless and you just it's so confusing, and you're trying to work out what's actually going on, and you're paying so much attention to it that you drive the bus off a bridge or something. Okay, I understand.
so,
I understand why your attention was so distracted.
or like Memento.
Yeah. Watching Memento, you're trying to work. Are you trying to understand Memento and you crash the bus? Yeah, that sounds like something that would actually happen.
You know? Yeah.
It kind of sounds like somebody at the back was actually trying to understand Memento, and the driver crashed the bus.
Oh, that's when I gotta see. That's when I gotta see. There's no way. There's no way I'd be able to find that on YouTube. No freaking way. I haven't seen that movie in ages, and I want to see it again.
I like a good movie that like you have to watch it all the way through to the end to understand it, and then you watch it a second time, and you pick up things you didn't see the first time.
Like Usual Suspects type shit.
Yeah, something like that. Usual Suspects. You get the penny drops at the end, and then you go back and you watch it, and it connects up.
No way. No way. No way.
It's
No
available for free, is it?
way. Are you
I think
kidding?
we might have given away what the next
No, no, no. I already have the next movie lined up.
the movie after that. Then
They have Memento. Holy shit. Well, maybe I should stop talking about it before the YouTube overlords. But
they
yes.
hear
Holy shit. Wow.
we need to speak in code. They're listening.
Wait, so, let's see. When was this put up? Oh, last year. They put this up last year. This ain't a new movie either. It's what, early 2000s? Either early 2000s or late 90s. You've seen it, right?
Memento.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen Memento.
Did
That's
you
the one
like
with
it?
the tattoos.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes. Has to write notes for himself every 5 minutes.
yeah. I think I found
Oh,
the ending a little bit
2000.
like
Okay.
it let me down a little bit at the end.
Same. I will agree with you there.
But like the rest of the movie, I was just like, yeah, I was into it. And you get to the end, you're like, oh, you let me down. I was really
There's a
hoping.
lot of movies that I like that. Everyone loves the first Saw movie, and everyone seems to love the end of that movie except for me. I did not like the end of that movie. I didn't
I
like that he was there with them the whole time.
I don't know. I found a lot of those movies to be like at the time when they were coming out, I was sort of over um, a horror movie that's trying to be as gory and realistic as it can.
I
Like,
also
don't get,
I never watched past the first one because of the first one.
and I never got into that sort of horror, and when it except for um, the grindhouse horror,
Uh huh.
that's just like ridiculous over the top.
Hobo
That
with
I
the
like.
shotgun,
Sorry,
like Hobo with the shotgun.
over the shotguns. Uh, th- there's like there are some scenes in what's it called, Blood Drive and Ash versus Evil Dead that are like there's such perfect descriptions of how Grindhouse works.
Have you ever seen this? It's a comedy. It's like a horror comedy. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes,
Did you like that one?
yeah, um I th- I liked it, but I would put it more in a comedy character category than horror
Yeah,
category.
yeah. But
And
it did have its horror bits to it.
yeah, it was fun. It was like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like Shaun of the Dead. I like that sort of thing. That because I think that like a really good horror movies all have to have an element of comedy. If there is not an element of comedy in a horror movie, then I think that you're, it's essentially just uh, excessive violence for the sake of excessive violence.
The very first Halloween, I there wasn't any comedy in it. I love that movie. The very first one.
I can't remember with them. They all blur together into one movie for me.
The very first one was the best one.
I really have to go back and rewatch all those sorts of things because there's so many of those old horror movies, and even some of the ones that you brought up and you've had come up like Wraith. I hadn't seen that in forever, and like once you came up with it, it's like, oh, why have I not seen that movie recently?
Would you say The Wraith was a horror movie? I wouldn't.
And I don't mean a horror movie. I mean in the category of movies that I haven't seen in
Uh,
ages.
uh,
Need to
uh.
see again, and I can't like. Yeah, I remember I watched it. I remember I liked it, but I can't remember the movie itself. I need to
I,
go
I,
back and watch a whole bunch of them.
I'm not like a horror buff. I like all types of movies. My favorite,
Yeah,
I'd say my favorite is probably action, but not when it's constant CGI action.
I said my favorite
I love
movies.
the old school practical effects action movies.
I like a good comedy that's like either like my the comedies that I really like usually fall into the category of like dark comedies, like something like In Bruges.
Never saw that one.
Never saw that one. That's basically the idea is a hitman accidentally kills a small child, and then to while the heat is on and they get him out of town, they got to hide him somewhere. They hide him in Bruges, which is like uh, a little out of the way, nowhere town in England or something. And there are a couple of Irish hitmen that are hanging out there. Um, and they're like one of them ends up dropping acid and um, getting fucked up. You've got midgets dressed as school children. Um, it was the whole thing is that he wasn't there brought there to hide him. He was brought there as like a he gets to see the fairy tale village and the beautiful architecture and the canals and all that, and then put a bullet in his head because
Where'd
he
you
killed
find
the
this
kid.
one?
Um, this was years ago. It was I was going through the bargain bin of DVDs, and I saw the cover of it. And it's in Bruges, and I was basically like, I've got a couple of bucks. I'm going to buy a DVD. I don't care which one it is. And so you say, not this one, not this one. I wanted this one, and it's the only one that I couldn't give a reason, not this one. So I bought it, and it was fucking hysterical. It's so I don't want to give away what happens in it, but it is so fucking funny, and it is so dark. And then it's have you seen Freebird?
No.
There's a number of movies called Freebird. This is there's one that's a cartoon. It's not the one I'm talking about. There's one that's about it's an American one about motorcycle riders. I'm not talking about that one. And
Stony
there's
Line. Have a good one, Stony Line. Thanks for coming
you're off
through.
Sony. Catch you later, dude. But there's a Freebirds movie about a bunch of bikies who there's a old rich guy who gives them money to go and find a hippie that's growing weed for a bikie gang, a Welsh bikie gang in the hills of Wales. So four of the bikies are mates, and they go down. There's three guys. One guy is the main guy. He's your sort of anti-hero. You've got the other guy who's like the big. He's the muscle. Not that much in the brains, but like likes his guns and his knives. And then you've got the last guy who's Grouch. He's your drugged out tripper, who's always brain's always fried on something. And they basically are supposed to go out into the forest and find the hippie and buy all the weed off him. And they also can use a bit of the money for expenses. They end up going down, camping out in the bush, out in the forest, um, uh, smoking a bit of weed, and taking a shitload of magic mushrooms. um, and they then end up turning up. They have done this in the middle of a battleground between two Welsh bikie gang and another English bikie gang.
What's this one called again?
That's called Freebird. I think it's a 2008 Freebird movie.
Oh,
Movie Freebird from 2008. I think. Pretty sure it's 2008.
see, I used to find a lot of these obscure movies through cable, and then when I had Netflix, that's like I would just see a movie and just click on it. Because
Freebird
Netflix
2008.
usually had a shitty selection for movies. Well, when I had Netflix, anyway, it had a shitty selection of movies, but it was always great for TV shows, for like binge watching TV shows.
Yeah, I gave up on Netflix and a lot of those services when they just geo blocked every time I wanted to watch something.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Hey JJ,
Uh,
have you seen the 2008 movie Freebird?
Freebird, no.
It's a bunch of bikies supposed to go and buy weed. They end up in a middle of a war zone between two bikie gangs in the middle of a forest doing mushrooms.
Nope, never heard of it.
It's
Sorry.
a great movie. It's a sort of like a comedy. It's yeah, like a
Hey,
it's not
have,
really
have, have you guys ever heard of a show that was on MTV called Ridiculousness?
MTV
This
ridiculousness.
is a while ago, wasn't it?
I think it's still on, but it might be in reruns right now. But
Uh,
um, no, I was just curious because I own some episodes, and there's one I want you guys to see, and we can make it possible.
what you have it
I have it on Vudu.
on Voodoo? Oh,
Yeah, I could. Like I said, in order for me to show this shit, you'd have to shut the stream down. We'd have to do it, backstage. Don't want you getting busted.
oh, I didn't get busted for the midget fight, which is surprising.
No, this is an actual video, man.
Yeah,
This is.
Yeah, I was thinking just a clip you'd get away with, but an entire video.
Oh no, I'm talking about the episode is like 20, 25 minutes long. Um, I would show it, but I don't want to get you in trouble.
uh, maybe put that in the back pocket for another time.
Yeah, I didn't mean right this second, man. I'm just,
Yeah.
it's something I was like, hey, I got something I want y'all to see if y'all ain't never seen it.
What it, what was it? What was that show like though? Was it Jackass-ish?
No, no, no. It was basically it's a clip show, like watching YouTube on a TV show, except
Wait, is that
they,
the one hosted by the skateboard dude?
yeah,
What? Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. It was basically like Tosh.0, but yeah.
no, but see, the thing is they went looking for this shit. They would not accept any videos from anyone,
Uh huh. Okay.
and a lot of the stuff they show is foreign.
But you know the show they had on Comedy Central, Tosh.0. They used to do the shit where they would show all the fucking internet videos, and Tosh would
Hmm.
sit there and make fun of it and all that.
Yep, I think there's a YouTube channel. It's called Fail Army that does that shit.
Yes, I see that. I see that channel. But yeah, uh, we're gonna close up shop in a bit. Went over 2 hours. Wow, I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, we
Uh,
just talking
well,
about random shit.
yeah.
That's why I keep throwing the word nothing in the when I do these random live streams because it's
Well, come
nothing.
on, dude. I call mine randomness at its finest. Come on.
But I don't know when I don't know when I should set up the watch party next. What's a good
Give
day?
it,
What's a
give
good
it,
day?
give,
What's a good
give
day
us.
for both of you?
I don't know. Give me a second.
Well, we're doing Legion Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night is for me is doing the Legion, and next Tuesday is something else. I think. Yeah, next
Shit,
Tuesday is Dawn of Darkness.
shit. Should
So
I set it up for tomorrow night?
What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Um, I'm free tomorrow night. I ain't got nothing going on.
Wednesday night, that would be Thursday morning for me. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I'll send you the
Sounds good.
links. Make sure that this stupid movie works.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, are we live streaming this Legion thing?
Yeah.
He's live.
I
Yeah, he's live streaming.
yeah we live streamed a live Let's Watch.
Okay, cool, cool. All right.
Um, that will probably be with the puppet.
Oh, whatever. You know, you're the one that's got to sit through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it's a painful thing to do, but
Well, at least it ain't as long as a movie.
yeah, they're through like an hour and 40-minute movie that can like yeah take its strain. But
Yeah.
the thing, actually, this is an hour long um first episode because it's the first episode.
Okay.
And the thing I love about it is at the end, I still don't know if he is a Legion or if he is insane.
And you said you only watched the first episode.
I've seen the whole thing through. The first time I watched it through, I took me to get to the end to try and work out what was actually going on. And then the second time I watched it through, it made sense. And um, then I've watched. Didn't watch it, but I had playing through, so I got watched bits and pieces of it to make sure that the file played all the way through. But I didn't actually watch it that time. I was just sort of jumping in now and again to make sure it's still going.
Um, isn't this show about kind of like mutants or people with powers?
Oh, that's a different Legion show. That's the
Yeah, no, that is technically. This doesn't have anything that like you don't know whether or not this is in a world that has mutants and that there are superpowers,
Okay.
or if he's just insane, and this is all just part of his delusion.
Oh
And
wait,
how many
this
seasons are there?
this isn't a different. I thought there was a different Legion. Am I all right? You know, I think this whole entire time I've been mistaking it with that movie with the fucking angels swarming down on the diner.
No, that's the
Yeah,
movie Legion.
that's the movie. They're supposed to be based on Legion, but I didn't see the connection myself.
Because I've seen some of that movie.
Well, there was a show back in the late early no, excuse me, early 2000s. Um, I was talking to Slasher about it before you got in here. Do you remember any some TV shows on the Sci-Fi Network called Warehouse 13 and Sanctuary?
Yes, yes, I used to love those shows. I love them
Yeah,
so much.
yeah, yeah. There was another one. It was called Dominion.
That
Um,
one I know of. That
okay, Dominion was based off of the Legion movie.
with the angels, the one with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
angels.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I was thinking
Because
of.
at the end of the movie, this baby was born, and in the TV show, that baby is in the TV show. He's grown up and joined the military.
Oh yes, I remember Dominion, and they cancelled it, and it was just getting good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Was this
Yeah.
like
like a, was this
there
like a
was like the
one
ship was
season
going
wonder?
down, and they cancelled it.
Was this like a one season show?
No, they did
Uh,
like two or three, I think. I'm not sure.
that'd
I don't.
be two, I would say. Dominion Saga cancels Fire Zone season three. No season three, so I said two seasons. It's a damn
Well,
shame. That was pretty good. There was a bunch of shows like that was coming out at the same time. The,
Fucking A,
the
dude.
yeah,
Defiance.
Defiance, yeah.
I
Fucking
love Defiance. I got the first 2 seasons of it on Voodoo. I love that shit, man. It pissed me off when I was like, "Are you kidding me? Really? 3 seasons? Come on."
is it the reason why I like Legion is because there's a scene in the first season, the first episode, where like everyone's using their powers, and I'm watching it going like, this could still be part of his delusion. There's nothing going on here that's not something he can't just be seeing
Right.
because he's insane.
All right. One second. I'm sending you guys the links just to see if it works
Oh, great. We get a
Twitter.
preview. Thank
On
you.
Twitter.
Yeah, we get a preview. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
scared.
but don't watch too much of it. Don't watch too much of
No,
it.
no, no. I'm just gonna check it out and see if it works.
I want you to be horrified and laughing at the same time when we're actually watching it.
I ain't got it yet, so don't say nothing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here we go. Hold up.
Don't mind that thumbnail. That's a very disturbing thumbnail.
It is. It's an interesting thumbnail.
It does. It looks like something else.
It does sort of look like we might be.
No, no, no. Not treading on pornographic waters with this.
Damn it. There better be titties in this bitch.
I don't know. There might be. There might be at least a scene or two. Oh, all right.
So yeah, it's
JJ.
working for me. I'm good.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm watching in the opening credits, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never heard of not one of these motherfuckers yet.
You don't remember this woman, Cynthia Rothrock?
No, dude. No.
She like if you were to visit any video store in the 80s or 90s, she was this girl that always was doing straight to video movies, and she was a martial artist, so they decided to throw her in a bunch of movies.
Nope.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right. At least it's working for both of you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Uh, I'll call it
Fingers
a
crossed that come on the night it's still freaking working.
Yep.
yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
All right, land the plane.
But yeah. Gonna wrap this up. Thanks for coming through, JJ.
No
Chris.
problem.
No worries. Dude.
JJ, you want to do your spiel?
No, because ain't nobody out there giving a damn about my spiel right now.
Nope, me neither. Chris,
Sometimes I
I'm
do,
good.
sometimes I don't.
there you go.
Lottery.
All right, so tomorrow watch party. What do you think, JJ? Should I go for 11?
No, no, don't worry about me. Worry about Chris, man, because he's the one on the other end of the world.
What do you think, Chris? Should I go for 11ish our time, like here in the States time?
So yeah, 11 would be fine. That's be 11 at night for you. Would be 11 in the day for me. So yeah, that should be fine.
All right, that's cool. All right, tomorrow watch party of horrible action movie called Undefeatable.
Cool.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to promote myself, Moira? You looking around the chat like, what?
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 She's back?
Yeah, she's in the chat. She's showing.
Oh, she didn't come up on the.
I can't
No,
see anything coming up.
I got the YouTube chat pulled up, so it'll take a second.
YouTube chat's giving us
Uh-huh.
medicine. Is it?
Yeah. Every time I do a live stream like this, or my own, I'll go to the physical YouTube page and just pop the chat out and close the stream out. That way, I'm always up to date on what's going on in the chat. I don't even worry about the YouTube. I meant the StreamYard side of it ever.
I do that when I'm on other people's streams. I don't do that when I'm doing my own stream.
Would you like to join us tomorrow night, Moira, for the watch party?
I don't think it's a horrible action movie. No.
Yeah, but bad movies can be so much fun.
She was
Oh,
watching
they are.
she was watching a mukbang video, and she said possibly.
If you could watch a friggin' mukbang video, you could watch a terrible action.
Yeah, it'll be at 11 o'clock tomorrow night.
Undefeatable. 1993, undefeatable.
Oh, he let it go. Look at him. He couldn't keep the secret. Damn.
No, I
That's all.
already said. I already said before.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. My bad.
I already said it. It has a very, very famous bad fighting scene at the end of it.
Slasher. I'm fried, bro. What do you want?
So we'll call it a night. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah,
Thanks everyone in the chat. Oh,
yeah.
Moira, you're asking what movie?
It's called Undefeatable. What are you doing? Sending her the link to it too?
Beautiful. That
I
is
should,
what you
right?
are.
I should send her the link for it just to fucking torture her.
No, no, no. She'll watch that shit, man.
No, she won't. Hell no. I guarantee she won't. If I send her the link. Alright, we're gonna wrap this up. Have a good night. Be back tomorrow with awesome, horrible movie, Undefeatable.
Have a good night, everyone.
Later, folks.
Not dude.